Welcome back. I'm making another meal. Today I'm gonna make dessert and a whole dinner, so you guys are in for a treat. This meal is what made me realize that I don't like going out to eat in the place I live because I can cook so much better at home, and that is such a freeing feeling. Let's get into what we're actually gonna make. This is a Greek-inspired meal. I'm gonna start with a Greek honey olive oil cake. Then we're gonna make a crispy green Greek salad with crispy fried chicken on top. Kind of like a chicken Milanese, but I made it Greek style. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, and then we're gonna put the chicken on top of the salad and it's gonna be super yummy. I have a few tricks for the salad, so you're gonna learn that. And we're just gonna go on a journey together. We're gonna go on a cooking journey. Okay, so I have my mise en place right here. I did this before I started the video because I don't want the baking to be chaotic. When you're measuring stuff and mixing stuff all at the same time, baking becomes so chaotic and not fun. So it's all measured out for me and it's gonna be so fun. So we're gonna cream our oil and sugar. I got my sugar. And then one of the most important parts of this recipe is choosing a good olive oil. So I always go for California Olive Ranch. 3/4 cup of the olive oil. I put it into our sugar. I got my handy dandy KitchenAid that my mom generously hand-me-down to me when I moved. So let's get this going. That's well mixed. Now we're gonna add in our 3 eggs. Let's see if I can crack it with one hand without getting a shell in. See, I know what I'm doing. That's what $10,000 worth of culinary school paid for. Uh-oh, there's an egg, there's a shell. We got a shell. So our eggs are in the bowl. We're gonna blend one more time, just real quick. Not blend, mixed. Same, I don't know, same difference. My mixer is kind of going through its last days, but it's fine. I really put this mixer to work when I moved home with my parents because I was just fresh out of culinary school and I wanted to bake tons of bread and bagels and all that kind of stuff. And that will take a toll on your mixer. Now I'm gonna do some vanilla bean paste. I'm using the last bit of this Trader Joe's vanilla bean paste. Now we're gonna blend one more time. Mix, why do I keep saying blend? Do the zest of 1 orange. I love using a microplane to zest things. It's just easier. See, so easy. You wanna make sure you don't like get the white stuff though. Just do the very outside of the orange because the white rind part is super bitter. And now we're gonna add our dry ingredients. So I got our flour. See, isn't it nice that I had everything prepped out? Don't have to measure it. No, I'm telling you, it's such a hack. Our baking powder, salt, and then I have some cinnamon. I love this spice brand. It's Oaktown Spice Shop, and their spices are awesome. They're super fresh. 1/2 teaspoon of Vietnamese cinnamon. Now we're gonna mix. Now I'm gonna add some chopped walnuts. This part is totally optional. I think the cake is pretty sweet, so I think the nuts kind of mild it out a little bit. You can use pistachios, you can use walnuts. I probably only use those 2 types of nuts because I think they pair it the best, or don't use any nuts at all if they kill you if you're allergic to them. Nut allergies are real, you guys. Walnuts in the bowl. I have my handy dandy cake pan. I'm going to spray it with some avocado oil spray. Uh-oh, I'm out. Thankfully, Costco sells these avocado oil sprays in 2 packs, so I have a spare. Greased pan, I got my parchment paper. I didn't cut this out. I bought these pre-cut out. I always have these on hand, just like the parchment paper in my last video. So stick it in the center evenly. Pour the batter into the pan. Taste test with the batter. I just gotta taste it. Tastes so good. This is gonna go into the oven at 350 for 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes. So let's go. Be safe, little cake. Now, we're gonna set a timer. Remember to set a timer. Hey Siri, set a timer for 35 minutes.
35 minutes, starting now.
Time to make the syrup for the cake. After the cake is cooked, we're gonna poke some holes in it and then pour this syrup over. Syrup is really easy. Half a cup of water, then half a cup of honey. You see my muscles? My huge biceps. Half a cup of honey, a tablespoon of lemon juice. We're gonna bring this to a simmer and let it simmer for 5 minutes. So this has been simmering for 5 minutes. Looks great. Now I'm just gonna transfer it to a liquid measuring cup so it can cool down. This is gonna cool down, and then right when the cake comes out of the oven, we're gonna poke holes into the cake and then pour this directly over top. The cake is still cooking. We're gonna set this off to the side and we're gonna continue to cook the rest of dinner. It's time to make our salad dressing. This is my specialty. I love making salad dressings. We're gonna do a 1/4 cup of olive oil, a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar, juice a lemon. This is my handy dandy floozer. This is way better than a traditional lemon juicer because look how flat and compact it is. It fits so well into utensil drawers. It's not bulky. It honestly would fit probably half an orange in here too. It's pretty big, so you can use this for other fruits too. We're gonna juice our lemon. Ooh. We're gonna grate some garlic, honey, some kosher salt, and pepper. Actually doesn't look that good right now, but taste test. Honestly, I can't believe I got that first try. That tastes great. Now we're gonna put the lid on it and I'm gonna stick it in the fridge and it will naturally emulsify. Let's see how the cake is. Let's see if it needs more time. Ooh. Perfect. Okay, so let's take it out. Just gonna use a knife to stab into the cake. Just a bunch of holes. Now time for our syrup that we made. I don't think I'll use all of it, but we'll see. So let's gently pour over the cake. I'm gonna stop there. That looks great. I'm gonna let this cool before I transfer it to my cake stand. So it's gonna just sit here and look beautiful. The secret to a perfect crispy salad is your lettuce, the way you wash it. So I'm gonna use a butter lettuce and a romaine lettuce, and I'm not gonna eat for a couple of hours. I'm preparing the lettuce now. I'm gonna take it apart, wash it, salad spin it, and then stick it in the fridge until right before I'm about to eat, and then I'm gonna take it out, dress it, and it's super crispy and crunchy. We rinsed off our lettuce, now we're gonna salad spin it. I love this thing. Everyone needs a salad spinner if you like salads. Put it out on a towel and just dab it off with the towel because the salad spinner doesn't get all the water off, unfortunately. Into my big salad bowl it goes. Now I'm gonna put this in the fridge while I cut up the other lettuce. So I'm using 2 different types of lettuce. I'm doing butter and romaine because they're the crunchiest and the best lettuces in my opinion. I'm gonna chop this up. I cut all of my chicken breasts in half and now I'm going to thin them out by hitting them with this pot. You can use a meat tenderizer, but I don't have one. So if you don't have one either, just use a pot. This is just plastic wrap so the pot doesn't get all nasty. But yeah. You just want them like 1/4 of an inch thick, like so. Now I'm gonna make the breading for the chicken. So I got some Parmesan cheese that I grated earlier, and then I made homemade sourdough breadcrumbs. Add this to the cheese mixture. Then I have my spices. And I'm gonna crack the eggs. We're gonna start with our flour mixture. I'm gonna go to our egg mixture. To our breadcrumb mixture. There you have it. We're gonna do that a lot more times. Okay, the cake is totally cooled, so now I'm going to flip it onto the cake stand. I love how everyone's watching this part. Okay. Yay! So awesome. Okay, now we peel off the parchment paper. I'm gonna top it with the last little bit of our syrup that we made. Put some flaky sea salt on it because it is pretty sweet. This will just help balance out the sweetness. This is my favorite way to make whipped cream. Heavy whipping cream, some creme fraiche. This gives the whipped cream a tangy, richer flavor. Also, if you don't want to spend the money on creme fraiche because it can be kind of pricey, you can use yogurt. That's always a great alternative, some whole milk yogurt, but we're gonna use creme fraiche, some sugar, and vanilla. Whip it up until it looks like whipped cream. It's whipped cream texture, I don't know. Okay, let's start frying. I'm gonna fry my chicken in avocado oil. You can do grapeseed oil, you can do vegetable oil, but this is what I have, so. Oil's hot, now it's time to start frying our chicken. I'm gonna just start with one, see what happens. To know when it's done, you want the chicken to be 160 degrees. That's the internal cooking temperature for chicken. If you don't have gloves, doesn't matter. You can just use your hands, just wash them. But I have some cuts on my hands, so I don't want to get the dressing on my cuts. I have my lettuce, my crispy lettuce. Now I'm gonna add our olives, the best tomatoes, Flavor Bomb tomatoes, cucumber, sliced baby cucumber, red onion, the dressing, mix it up. Just gonna add a little bit more vinegar and salt. Okay, now I have my fancy bowl because we're not gonna eat out of the lame metal bowl. The key with making salads pretty is you wanna stack them high. And I got some fancy feta cheese, pepperoncinis, dill. I think this makes it look pretty. Chicken is done, salad's done. Now let's just cut up the chicken to little pieces. Let's taste test it to make sure it's cooked all the way through. Our finished product. It's so pretty. Okay, taste test. So good. Time to cut into our awesome Greek honey cake. It's not my best piece, but you know, you get the gist. Then we got our creme fraiche whipped cream. This is probably one of my favorite cakes. It's so easy too. I'm gonna have like 5 pieces.